information, but now you get this collective understanding of what it's really like in our field. The way I've been describing our work, and when I say describing, I have a book contract with Routledge, and I'm writing a textbook about this. It's on eco autoethnographic research. And the way I put the title out there is that we engage in spiritually scientific exploration. Hands down, that there is a very rigorous approach to what we do, but also at the same time, there's a very spiritual, elderly, ancestral approach to what we do. And the academy is not built like that. We are breaking down walls, we're breaking down ceilings, we are creating a space within the academy that really wasn't made for us. We are walking in a space that our ancestors automatically did. They didn't need the four walls and the degrees. Like the stuff that you are doing right now, we are doing it because it's in our DNA. Storytelling is something, and whoever likes history, whoever has like living grandparents or older parents, they tell stories. But in order to tell stories, we have to sit down long enough, slow down long enough to listen to those stories. And that is a natural form of research, which in the textbook I talk about research only means to look again. So as you are working on your poster, remember, look again. Remember Black love. Remember what we do as Black folks versus what the academy, which was not designed for us, expects of us. But in that, I know I'm about to date myself, but do y'all know how to double dutch?
Yes. I
What?
wasn't good at it as a little girl. I didn't
What?
have the coordination.
Yeah, no, I haven't taken that skill up yet.
What do y'all know about double dutch?
My daycare owner was a double Dutch, like community champion or whatnot. They used to have a match here in Tallahassee, and so she would make us go out there and jump. So I know how it works. And then I guess there are competitions, or at least used to be. I don't know anything beyond that.
Mhm. All right, so Jennifer, you leaned in like, I didn't pick up that skill. What is it
Mm-mm.
about double dutch that you're like, mm-mm?
No, it's like I don't know, I just never learned how to do it because I didn't like the thought of two ropes coming at me. So I just never learned. I just stuck to one rope. But I mean, there was times I was like, okay, I'll learn it. I'll learn it. Like when I was little, especially after the Disney movie Jump In came out, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna learn it. Never did. So yeah.
Okay, that's a real story right there. All right, Jim, you're like, no double dutch.
Uh, mm, my like it was really popular at my school because it's like one boy he like loved double dutching and he got everybody to do it. They were like, Jem, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. It just never worked out. And oh my god, like Jennifer said, I love jump in. So I was like, I want to be like Corbin Blue and Kiki Palmer so bad. I want to be able to dump. It didn't work out for me. It didn't work out.
You know what? I'm about to. What's the name of this movie again? I'm about to go look it up.
Yes.
Jump
Jump in.
in.
Jump in,
Mm-hmm.
and Kiki Palmer's in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm watching me a movie.
Mhm.
All right, thank you for that. Um, so the reason why I brought in double dutch in the conversation of the academy is that there are these two ropes. It's scary to figure out how to jump into the double dutch because baby, I could double dutch and I don't know if I still can, but I knew how to jump in. Jumping out was a little bit harder, but I knew how to jump in. But initially, if you've ever seen, I guess you watched the movie, but if you've ever seen anybody do it, this is it. They're waiting on the timing. They're trying to figure out how to get in without getting hit. So once they get in, they smooth with it. That's the work that we do. We are navigating these two ropes of the academy, this ancestral work, this elder work, this Blackness, this storytelling. But then also there's this other side of the rope, the academy, the whiteness, the patriarchy. And how do we get in both of these spaces without getting hit? But then when we get in it, make it smooth. So the love letter writing that we're doing is just that. So as I'm listening to your love letters, I'm looking for the double dutch. Where are you putting your work in that's honest, that's loving, that's self, that's family, that's community? And where are you bringing in scholarship, the literature reviews, the videos that you have watched? How are you bringing in both of these spaces so that when we deliver it, people can't do anything but like, damn, that was nice. So that was my lecture for today. I didn't know I was going to give a lecture, but who would like to go first with their letter?
Mine.
Okay. All right, Aaron. So what
Yes.
I need Jennifer and Gemini to do, I'm going to give, everybody's going to follow this same format. And Kyla, if you're watching this later, and Ayana, if you're watching this later, you don't have to turn this in, but I want you to be thinking about 3CQ plus Q. So have your paper ready, and this is for Jim and Jennifer, have your paper ready, have your notes ready, but listen to Erin as she reads her letter. And Erin, and this goes for anybody, if your letter is super long, try to find us a short one. Okay. I want to make sure everybody has ample time to read and receive feed forward. So as you're listening, you're going to be able to come back with 3CQ for the person who is delivering. I want to make sure that you remember, what is 3CQ? One person go first.
Go first. Do I say all three or just one?
Nope, just one.
Comment.
Okay. Somebody else?
Compliment.
Thank you. Somebody else?
Question.
Okay. Yes, that is the Q, but we're missing
Question.
one more C.
Quote.
Connection.
Connection.
Oh, I'm
Thank
so
you.
yes. Okay.
No.
Yes.
So you got the other Q. So 3CQ plus Q, we always lead with a compliment. Then we follow that with a connection. And then we give a comment. I want you to have a question. And when something is said, which is the quote, when something is said that makes your body be like, ooh, yes, that is what you bring out for your quote. So is that clear as water or clear as mud?
There's water.
Thank you. It is 10:22. There's 3 of you. So let's give about 3 minutes, between 2 and 3 minutes for your reading, and then about 2 or 3 minutes for 3CQ. So Aaron, oh, I'm sorry, Gemini.
I'm gonna be completely transparent. That'll give Jennifer and Aaron time. I did not get to work on my love letters yet.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to clarify that too, just so they could also have more time.
Thank you.
Also, can I be transparent too? I guess if
Yes.
we're doing okay. I also didn't finish mine as well, Gemini, so don't feel like all the pressure's on you. But I will share what I have today, and then I have my list, and I'll go through that during our next meeting.
Thank you. Jennifer, do you have yours?
No, same.
Okay.
I'm working on them, but yeah. We're supposed to have 14, right?
Did I say? I think I said 14.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I only have like about 6 or 8 of them, but yeah.
Which is
You only have to
perfectly
read
fine.
one.
Just one.
Okay, then I'm good.
Just one. So we want, and let me run it back. When I say I want them all done in 2 weeks, that is rough draft. So our 3 CQs are going to help you to refine what you wrote. And then if you're sitting at 2 letters, you got 12 more to finish in February. If you're sitting at 10 letters, you only have 4 more to finish. I'm not pressed. It will get done when it gets done. And if life happens and it doesn't get done, then we just won't have a total of 52. It's the way we flow. All right. So Aaron,
Okay, so I have 2 minutes to share my first one.
2 to 3 minutes
Okay.
to share any of your letters. I see you smiling. If you want to share it
Mm,
on the screen, you can do a PowerPoint. And we'll
Okay.
be doing this again in February. Or if you just want to read it out loud, we could do either or.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to figure out which one to pick. Okay, I'll do my first one. It'll be okay, cool. Okay. I can share the screen if it'll be easier to follow along. So this. Okay, can everyone see?
It
Not
is
yet.
loading up. There we go.
Yes.
Okay. Dear beloved Soulflower, you have a deep capacity to love. Don't let the world make you believe that it comes at the expense of your ability to dream vividly and lose yourself in a world of your creation. As I went through school, it almost always seemed like there were categories for young Black ladies. There were the fashionable Black girls, their braids never frizzy, nails always shining, and never short of a relevant commentary on the newest trends. Then there were the girls who seemed to be blessed by God with the ability to argue their way out of anything or defend the bullied kids in class. They were often labeled angry at the world or associated with a chip on their shoulder, nearly always deemed as future lawyers or businesswomen by teachers. Then there were the caretakers. They seemed to have the perfect home life, and their homes were the designated hangout spots for the community. They always had a baked treat or a vacation story to keep the crowd's attention. And if none of these categories fit you, where were you left? As for me, I felt awkward. Nerd was the only naturally available label. Yet today, I am taking back the awkward Black girl label and making it my own. Awkwardness is power, and I would argue that we are all awkward. The angry and alluring Black woman trope should be long in the past. Do not let the world limit who you can be. If you know all the words to musicals no one has heard of, sing them loudly. If you dabble in anime or old novels, read with passion. Dance with your heart out and share your intrinsic thoughts. If you aren't great in fashion or relationships terrify you, that's normal. Don't punish yourself for choosing to excel in school or focusing your energy on mastering subjects in life. The world is made best when you show up as your authentic, awkward self. I plan to continue doing so. I look forward to seeing how you continue to dream with love, joy, and positivity, and then whatever our end is.
I'm gonna be quiet. All right, stop sharing your screen, girl. Eats grapefruit. Whoever wants to hit that 3CQ.
I'm gonna go first. Oh my God. Compliment. I have tears in my eyes. That was everything. Like, oh my God. Like, I really felt that. Like, like Air Bear, that was so good. Oh my God. And I love how you kind of just talk about like how growing up, there really only is like certain categories Black girls get to be. And you're really kind of just left in that space of like, well, where do I fit? And just like the just to talk about like reclaiming and just making your own space and like and just that still being your form of Blackness. Like I just it like made me tear up. Like that was so good. I think I already said my connection, but comment, just wow. Wow, like quote. Oh my God, I want to say the whole thing, but oh my gosh, what I mean, that whole thing really just hit me. I guess it was really that part where it's like, where do I fit in? I think sometimes like that really just resonates with so many young Black girls. Like even when you kind of fit in that trope is like, do I feel comfortable in this? Like it doesn't feel like a performance. I really think that question alone has so much like power because it's really you're looking at yourself and figuring out what you need. And that's so hard at such a young age, but I really love that airfare. That was so good.
Jennifer, I won't be doing 3CQs.
Okay, my turn. Okay, great. Okay, so my compliment was that I absolutely loved it. Like, I feel like reading it kind of resonated with me as well because, well, this is my connection, but I don't, I feel like growing up, I was very, well, even now, I'm still awkward. Like, I have a lot of anxiety. Like, you can't tell, but yeah, I'm awkward and I have anxiety whenever like meeting new people or just trying to connect with like my fellow Black people. So that resonated with me a lot because I feel like I kept trying to force myself to try and be like how others are just so that I can have a connection. But yeah, that resonated with me. One comment that I had was just it was it was great. I feel like sometimes I'm kind of caught between other things because I feel like I'm a nerd, but I also have like other factors that kind of make me who I am. So I kind of just made up my own category as well. Like I'm just me. That's me. I'm just Black and me. Um, and one question that I had was, did you ever feel like for you that you tried to like kind of change a little bit of yourself so that you could fit into other like categories that they place on Black women?
I think it was a little bit difficult for me to try to change, but I always was in a way. I don't know. I was just born in a way where I'm just weird and I never got fashion and that was never an interest. So I always stood out that way. And I think I have a personality that never really vibed with like the cool girls group. And so I always ended up being like the floater of every class I was in. And so I would still try, like if there was a dance going on, I'd still talk with the girls at lunch about makeup that I knew nothing about. But I was at the table. But I think I ended up growing and learning how to just make my own space.
Jim, did you have a question?
What question? I feel
And
like,
you don't have to. You can say pass.
yeah, I don't think I feel like Jennifer kind of asked my question.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And also, thank y'all for giving me time to finish that grapefruit. That thing was delicious. All right. So I'm not giving a 3CQ. Let me lead with that. That this needs to be a peer reviewed space. And whenever we engage in publications, it is peer reviewed. So what you just did was offer a peer review for Erin. Most peer review processes do not allow you to respond to the response, but I want, and we do things different. Erin, I would love for you, if you would like, to respond to the response to your letter.
I want to start by saying that it means a lot that you all were able to resonate with it as well. Because when writing these, I did get a little bit vulnerable, and part of me in the back of my head was like, "Oh my gosh, girl, what if like no one gets this? What if you really are the only awkward one?" And I know that's so silly because that's the whole point of the awkward trope. And I think that's why I ended up putting that line in there that we're all awkward because it doesn't matter like how much you fit into a category. Like all of these categories should be gone. And so I love that it means a lot to you all too. And I think that's encouraging me to know that there's going to be someone out there who reads it who also gets a chance to say, I can be whatever I want. And so, yes, thank you guys so much.
And that was going to be my response as well. That when we write in the space of vulnerability, we are allowing people to see a side of us that people don't have access to. So when you go through your literature reviews, you'll see a lot of work around qualitative inquiry. You'll see a lot of work on journaling, but there's not as much in the field of love letter writing. That we come from this foundation of Black joy. Like my dissertation was grounded in Black joy. All of the cohorts have some element of Black joy in their research. This is no exception. We even have a journal coming out called Soul Clap, a Black Joy journal. So when you bring in joy, it's easier to write with love. So even though it's a field that's highly recognized called journal writing, we are putting our own spin on it through the lens of love letter writing. So, Aaron, for you to be that transparent and that raw and just wear it on your sleeve along with that grapefruit, for you to wear it on your sleeve, somebody is going to read that post and be like, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. And it's okay to be awkward. So, A, congratulations on writing love on the page. Um, yeah, just thank you. Thank you. And I don't know what the other letters look like, but this is the space where I would come in as the mentor and say, that by itself could be your only letter. That by itself. And what we would do with that is, even though I asked for 14 letters, in the beginning, I said that it could be poetry, it could be like an extended adventure, and you give people snippets, that really those letters are about 14 posts. So you can go into that one letter and dissect it. This is your call. I'm just giving you options. Drop everything else that you have written, because now you've had this proof of concept with two people who have resonated with it. Go into each paragraph, dissect each paragraph, bring in scholarship, and that becomes your 14 post. Then the fun happens of finding imagery to support what you're doing, and then that goes on the Instagram page. So just letting you know that that's one of the options, because we can't put all of that out there as one post. All right. And I want to make sure that I'm extremely clear and extremely transparent with everybody. None of us look the same. None of us look the same. We all got this going on, but none of us look the same. Oh, I like that, Aaron. You're like, yes, we do. So none of our letters should be looking the same. My approach to love letter writing, and I'm gonna throw this out there, I don't know how to do this. Maybe Gemini does because she's a creative writer. My approach might be haiku. I might give you 5 words and be like, mic drop. Or somebody might do a whole TED talk. So since we don't look the same, our letters should not either. So off my soapbox. And Jennifer, will you please share one of your 6?
I do have to go in about like 10 minutes because I have to leave for work. So I just wanted to let you guys know in case I just drop out the meeting.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you said that. We are going, if it's okay with everybody, we're going to use this recording to submit to IAANI, because we have to have something out there so the audience can see what we're going to talk about. Is everybody okay with that? Okay. Secondly, make sure you reach out to Europe, and make sure you reach out for the center. And this is for Aaron and Gemini, the Center for Undergraduate Research, to get funding to register for the conference. I've already sent in my registration, and on the memo, I told them that there will be 5 more registrations coming in. If they don't get it, they will not publish your name in the program. You want to be published so you can cite this on your resume. All right. So there you go. Jennifer, floor is yours.
Okay. Can you see it?
Coming
It's
in.
coming
Okay,
up.
you see it.
Ooh, come on, chocolate brown and air.
Let's see. I'm trying to move this to the side. Okay, so this is my fourth letter. Um, the silence bred creates a lot of stirring emotions, a lot of self-loathing, the not talking back, the you must respect us, the gimbagay upapale, which is there's things you don't speak of, becoming scripture in the walls, mental health isn't real, tifi pa kriye, which means girl don't cry, suck it up, pray it away, hide it well. And in the hiding, a whole generation learns to fold. I'm supposed to say hold, to hold their feelings like laundry no one must see. So it is up to us to unlearn, rise higher, fall softer. That's my letter. Mhm.
Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, I wasn't supposed to react to any of the letters. Oh my God. Okay. I'm not doing a 3CQ, but that was embodied knowing. That was an honest, visceral reaction in my soul. And I want to do a show and tell to tell you why.
Mhm.
This is the work I'm doing right now. This is where my work is leading me. So, 3CQ, go.
Amber,
Okay.
do you want to
I
go first?
Sure. Okay, so compliments, beautiful. Was that Haitian Creole?
Yes, it was.
Yes. Oh my gosh, beautiful. That was an incredible implementation of culture within culture. So thank you so much for doing that. For my connection, I wanted to tie in the Caribbean connection. This is also kind of my quote, where you said fold it away like laundry that no one can see. Because if there's one thing my mom instills in me, it's like if you have a dirty house or like there's something that you haven't done yet, like you need to make sure it is gone if you have guests, because that's embarrassing to the culture. And so the fact that you put that in there just resonates so powerfully. And then my comments, I loved the way that you structured the poem, with like a line consistently with the cultural tie-in, and then you put in an allusion to something that's a pattern that people do that they can see. So I thought that was powerful. And then I guess my question for you is why you chose to structure it kind of like housework in a way, and if there's a reason why you used the examples that you did.
I feel like me, I honestly didn't do it intentionally. But a lot of the poems that I not the poems, the literature work that I had found, it focused a lot on kind of the untalked about culture and what certain things represent. And like there's one where it's like Haitian households. So it kind of focused a lot on like how we focus a lot on presentation. So like if you have like a clean house or you have a big house or something, people kind of assume that, you know, they have their life together, they're all put together. So for me, I feel like a lot of times like growing up, you have to present yourself like, oh, like you're a golden child, you're great. But really like in the household, there are certain things that are like untalked about, unspoken, and you kind of just harbor those in. So that's kind of what I was going with that.
Compliment. That was like that was powerful. That was amazing. I really loved just reading it. And my connection is pretty similar to Aaron's, but I kind of have like two sides of the coin because it's like my mom is American and my dad is Bahamian. So I have like this American version of it and the Caribbean version of kind of like suck it up. Like the Caribbean version is quite more like just suck it up. But then it's like the American side is like you gotta depress them dishes. Like you don't have time to process either way around. You kind of just like bam, 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 bam. So I really connected with just that idea of like folding it all up and then just like pushing it to the side because like you got to depress them dishes and hide the pain. Like you can't really talk about it. So I thought that was like really like just interesting. Let's see. Comment. I really loved it. But a question. Oh, I will say I really loved the rise higher, fall softer. Something about that was just like, yes, especially fall softer. Like just to be able to do something gently, like, I don't know, I sometimes feel like we don't get that option sometimes. But a question that I have was, how did you feel, I guess, during this process of writing that? Because that is a pretty heavy conversation.
So honestly, a lot of my poems that I'm using for this from my journal, like my journal
Mhm.
entries. So I have a lot of journal entries because I started journaling like late high school to kind of, talk about my emotions that I was told to hold in. So I've been using a lot of them to kind of reflect on what I want to write on my poem. So honestly, writing this was very emotional because I've been talking about it also with like my counselor and things. So it was a process, but I know it needed to be talked about and brought to light because I know I'm not the only Caribbean kid that's had this because I have Caribbean friends, and one of the things that we relate on is how we were raised and how the households are so very similar in the way they teach their children and the trauma they kind of instill,
Mhm.
like the generational trauma. So yeah.
Thank you for being like open and vulnerable with that. I realized that was a bit of a heavy question before I
No,
asked
it's
it, but
good.
thank you.
Phenomenal, all three of you. Absolutely phenomenal. And Jennifer, I know you need to go to work, and ordinarily I would, like I did with Aaron, how did it feel to get the response to your response? But if it's okay, I'd rather do a quick switch to go back and talk about the conference. Y'all just did what we were going to do internationally. Aaron and Jim and I are going to moderate the discussion. Jennifer, you are a panelist on this international stage. And what you just did is what you're going to do. You'll have a chance to read one of your letters. And then Aaron and Jim and I will field some questions to you. We'll open it up to the audience to field questions. Aaron and Jim and I will read one of their letters so that everybody gets to share the love globally. So if you thought this was easy, and if you were anxious about being on a panel, don't be, because it is this conversation. So let's end it as we always do. High fives, hugs, and hope.